Today we continue our quest for the best keto french fry. In the last video we tested a bunch of low carb or keto friendly replacements, most of which were root vegetables. Some of them turned out okay, others were completely wrong and ended up being more carbs than actual potatoes. At the end of that video we did come up with one that we thought was an acceptable replacement for french fries on keto, but none of those vegetable replacements actually lived up to a recipe that Sarah and I first tried in 2020, which was the Heavenly Fan viral keto french fry. And honestly, Sarah and I have not made that recipe since 2020. In the video that dropped a couple weeks ago, we tested a bunch of root vegetables, like I said. And in the comment section of that video, Karen commented, "The best keto fries, in my opinion, are the ones made by Keto Fusion. Lupin flakes, cottage cheese, and xanthan gum. Easy to make in a food processor. They are crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. Closest thing to potato fries I have tried." And that comment definitely caught our attention. So thanks, Karen, for commenting. We would have never heard about this recipe had Karen not commented this, because actually the Keto Fusion video only has about 1,000 views on it. So we're gonna make this new keto french fry recipe and compare it to the Heavenly Fan recipe. And then we're gonna decide, have we finally found the best replacement for keto french fries? But before we get started, we're gonna take a minute to talk about the sponsor of this video, Element. Element is a delicious electrolyte drink mix with everything that you need and nothing that you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Sarah and I drink Element every single day because we love the way it tastes and it helps us on our keto weight loss journey. That's because when you go into ketosis for the first time, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, nauseous, and even getting muscle cramps, also known as the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. Sarah and I love all the flavors of Element, but our absolute favorites are the citrus salt, orange salt, and raspberry salt. Right now, Element is offering our community a free sample pack. It looks like this so that you can try all the flavors. That's 8 single serving packets free with any order from Element. This way you can try all the flavors or share some with a salty friend. In order to get this deal, you must go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. First up, we're gonna start with the OG, the classic, the Heavenly Fan's french fries. We're gonna be quickly going over the instructions for this recipe to show you guys how to do it, but please visit Heavenly Fan's video, linked in the description. We are just trying this recipe, but please go support the creators that's spending their time, their money, and their effort creating all these recipes for you guys. We are just testing them. So this recipe comes together really fast. We're gonna take a bowl, we're gonna add in our almond flour, and we're gonna put in our xanthan gum. And we're gonna start mixing that together. After the almond flour and xanthan gum is thoroughly mixed, we're going to add in our water, and this is hot water, so we just heated up some in the microwave. You could also use a kettle to heat up your water. And then we're gonna start mixing that all together. It's going to be really sticky. We put it in some plastic wrap, and then we let it sit for about 15 minutes. Next up, we're going to start rolling out our french fries. So it's pretty straightforward, although in the last video, I don't know what we were doing because they turned up all weird, but carefully cut your dough into strips that would resemble french fries. So that's what we're gonna be doing now. Looking good. These are our fries. They look so much better than the last time we attempted this. Maybe we are learning after years of cooking on this channel. Maybe there's hope for us after all. Probably not. Okay, so this is our first contender. We are going to be frying these up in oil. We're gonna be using olive oil, but we're gonna be making our second fry dough first, and we're gonna be frying them so they're fresh when we try them. So our next recipe is by Keto Fusion, one word. There's actually another channel with a similar name, so we had to search around for it. I like to start off by saying that this channel is very different than ours. It is very relaxing and calm, sort of like an ASMR cooking channel, which is really nice, and it's different than the chaotic, very often noisy, weird channel that we have. Don't leave us right now, but check out Keto Fusion's channel. We're gonna link it below. Just like with Heavenly Fan's recipe, we are not gonna give you the exact measurements. We're just going to start making the dough. So this recipe has only a couple ingredients as well. You're gonna need cottage cheese. You're gonna need lupin flour or flakes. We've never actually used lupin flakes in a recipe, so that's why we decided to do that today. We're testing.
Looks like cereal.
It does. It looks like cereals, but it doesn't taste like it. Xanthan gum, salt, and water. We're gonna be adding all of our ingredients to our processor. So these lupin flakes are pretty big. I think I'm going to pulse them in the food processor just a little bit, just to break them down before adding in our other ingredients. Next up, xanthan gum. We're adding in our xanthan gum to our dry ingredients because we want it to be able to be incorporated before adding in our wet cottage cheese. So adding cottage cheese kind of makes sense because we actually did a video about cottage cheese chips and it worked out really well. So I can see how this could work in this recipe. So I'm super excited. So here is our dough. We're going to be putting this in the freezer to chill for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna start making our fries. So here's our ball of dough. We're gonna be cutting this into rounds, kind of like how a potato would be cut, and then we're going to make those rounds into individual fries. We're gonna be putting the Lupin fries into the ground down Lupin flakes. It kind of looks like cornmeal. The Heavenly Fan fries, they are going to be started in olive oil and cooked slowly. I'm not sure if that same technique is for these. I think you put these in when the oil is hot. So we're gonna do the Heavenly Fans first. We're gonna fry them up from low heat and just simmering them until they're nice and golden brown, flipping them around. And then we're going to put them onto a paper towel, and then we're gonna put some salt on them, and then we're gonna start frying up these. We're gonna maybe have some dipping sauce, maybe a little truffle mayo or something. We're gonna go downstairs and we're going to be trying the fries. Ooh. I don't know. So here we have our Heavenly Fans fries and the Keto Fusion fries. And as you can see, the Heavenly Fans fries are a bit like the McDonald's French fry color. These are a bit darker. They kind of look like they're coated in something, which is kind of cool. A little bit of a crispy texture. We will admit that we already messed up the Keto Fusion one because we cut them too big. They started to look more like fish sticks than French fries. So we went back in, we revised them, and the second half of them that we fried up, we cut those in half, and they ended up looking a lot more of this size, which we were thankful for because we were like, what are we gonna do? I don't know if you can tell the difference, but they don't look that different. They are. Yeah. So this looks more like a mozzarella stick than it does a French fry. So I'm really happy about that. They both smell great. It smells like olive oil, let's be honest. But we are going to be serving this with, shocker, we do have ketchup, some sugar-free ketchup, but we are also serving this with truffle mayo. I know a lot of you got triggered by the thought that mayo could be served with fries, but you know, in the Netherlands and stuff, they do serve mayo with French fries. Emily is a mayo fan. Right. So let's start off with the Heavenly Fan fries. We will put the carb count on the screen. This is for the Heavenly Fan and this is for the Keto Fusion. I know, they're long. They're really long. I'm actually impressed. The first time we did this recipe, it was bad. They were all crooked and dilapidated. These are perfect in comparison. We've come a long way. Yeah. We're going to try the Heavenly Fans first. It reminds me of a fry. It's really good. The truffle mayo is just out of this world. I really like it. Now I feel bad about not making these for the past 2 years. Most of you are going to be like, why? Well, it's simple, really. Sarah and I are lazy. We test out a bunch of recipes, and then we probably don't make them again. Actually, there are a couple that I've made a bunch of times. Really simple ones. Tomato soup hack. Chaffles, obviously. These are awesome. I want to keep eating them, but they taste like breadsticks, too. They are really a great substitute for French fries. Really. All right, next up, we have our Keto Fusion. These look way crispier, way crunchier. I was commenting, Sarah, earlier that I feel like the Lupin flakes, when you grind them down, they kind of look like cornmeal, which I'm going to stick in my brain for later because sometimes we catch on to something and then we're just like, maybe we could use this in something else. Like when the first time we made the Heavenly Fan fry, why don't we see what it's like to use xanthan gum in our chaffles? So when we did that, we just loved them after that. Yeah, we did. And so we would not have known that had we not tried Heavenly Fan's recipe. So it's awesome to get like inspiration from recipes and apply them to your own. You never know how it's going to turn out. Oh. Surprised. I like it. They're definitely softer on the inside. I like this one a lot too. They're so crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and yellow on the inside because of the Lupin flakes. I mean, they're both great. They're different tasting for sure. Definite crunch factor with these. I like them. Do you like them? They're giving me different textures and tastes. The Heavenly Fan one really does taste like that McDonald's French fry that I've been used to growing up. Those taste like, I don't know what they don't really taste like a French fry, but not in a bad way. They taste kind of like a mozzarella stick and a French fry combined. That crispy, crunchy, textured outside and a soft middle, but not in a bad way that it doesn't taste exactly like a fry. I could see how that would be enjoyable to eat too. I don't know. Try Heavenly Fan fry again. See? I knew you were going to go back. What is the focus of the showdown? For me, it's what is most like a fry. If we're discussing fry only, not just the fact that it's really, really good. I would say that the Heavenly Fan one is more like a McDonald's French fry. However, sometimes you go to a restaurant and they have a play on something and it ends up tasting really, really good, but it's not technically just a plain old French fry. This one is that. There's more texture going on. There's more interest going on. It's delicious. You have to try this one too. Like, this is a really great recipe. But if you just want your standard French fry from McDonald's, then it's going to be this.
Right. I agree.
So if you're looking for more of a vegetable kind of fry, then you can click right here. Sarah and I tried a bunch of different root vegetables to try to find the best keto-friendly fry substitute. You can click on this video right here and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins, signing out.